Have you ever been driving through Oakland only to find yourself cringing as you run over a pothole the size of a crater? If so, you may know from experience that potholes can cause a lot of damage and cost you a lot of money. The reason I am persuading you that potholes should be filled is because of the extensive damages they can cause and the death that they can cause. I will be persuading my audience on why potholes must be filled. First, I'm going to talk about the types of damage and the amount of money these potholes can cause. Second, I'm going to talk about how much it could cost to fill up a pothole. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the benefits of us having potholes filled. Potholes are something we come across in our everyday lives with driving. These potholes could really ruin your day. Imagine it's finals day, you woke up late and forgot to study the night before. You're panicking frantically as you speed down the street on your way to school. Your class starts in 15 minutes and you live 10 minutes away. Then skirt, as you try to swerve around a giant pothole, you hit another one and get a flat tire. You try to repair it before your class is over, but the school system has failed to teach you that. Finally, after an hour, you get the spare on and head over to the tire shop, only to find out that you owe over $500 in damages. According to Oregon.AAA.com, on average, American drivers report paying $300 to repair pothole-related damage. As a struggling broke college student, you may not have that money to pay for that. Also, according to Oregon.AAA.com, they also shared that with the majority of respondents in households having annual incomes under $75,000 expressing the highest levels of concern over damaged roadways. This is likely due to the part of the financial impact, as the pothole damage can lead to extensive and expensive repairs. Who would have known that something so simple as a pothole can cause somebody to struggle financially? There are many people who don't have that extra $300 lying around, especially with the price of housing here in the place we call home, the Bay Area. With extreme potholes like in the Bay Area, it can lead to even more serious damage, as I have experienced when I hit a giant pothole in Hayward, which caused my bumper clips to snap, causing me to have to buy a brand new bumper, which alone was $4,000. But don't just hear it from me, hear it from the professionals from Firestone Complete Auto Care, as they shared that potholes can cause the following damages to your car: tire puncture, damage or wear, wheel rim damage, premature wear on shocks and struts, suspension damage including broken components, exhaust system damage, and engine damage. With these damages done, it can cost well over $3,000, and it isn't worth it compared to a $30 to $50 pothole. Potholes are something that could simply be fixed. However, when they aren't, they cost us more money than the city. According to sealmaster.net, the typical cost to repair potholes is approximately $35 to $50 per pothole. Although they are fairly cheap, our cities do not take care of them. This has led to people taking matters into their own hands. For example, in Oakland, California, there is a group called the Pothole Vigilantes. According to Alzo Slade from Vice News, the Pothole Vigilantes have filled over 50 potholes from a single donation of $500. With only $500, our Oakland residents were able to fill over 50 potholes. So that gives our cities and the government no excuses as to why we don't have the money or the people to fill up these potholes. Many people believe that potholes are only relevant in snowmelt areas. However, the Bay Area disagrees. According to potholeinfo.com, potholes are not limited to cities in snowmelt. According to TRIP, the cities with the worst road conditions in the U.S. are as follows: Los Angeles, Long Beach, Santa Ana, San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. According to Pothole Info, all have over 50% of their roads being reported as poor. Isn't that crazy? How California, one of the strongest economies in the world, has some of the worst road conditions. When potholes are filled, we have less to worry about. As many people know, driving safely and carefully takes a lot of focus and concentration. The last thing you want to be thinking about is hitting a pothole, as there is more important things to be focusing on the road. According to Dale Seuss, an Oakland resident from Vice News, if your streets aren't working right, then the rest of your cities isn't working right. Which is true, because these street conditions are causing us to miss school, work, and many other important meetings. With a well-paved community, we can all get to work safer and happier. Potholes cause thousands of accidents here in the U.S. According to potholeinfo.com, of approximately 33,000 fatalities each year caused by traffic, 1/3 of them are involved with poor road conditions. That is 11,000 people who have lost their lives because of the lack of maintaining our streets and keeping them safe. That is 11,000 people who could have still been here if we had good road conditions. So the question is, if our government knows that it's costing Americans lives and the US over $3 billion annually in damages, why don't they fix them? In conclusion, our focus should be to fix our potholes and road conditions, because us Bay Areans are tired of having to pay for the damages done to our car. So after speaking to you about the damages and the cost caused from potholes, the cost of filling up a pothole, and the benefits of having these potholes filled, it wouldn't make sense for us to not push forward for our roads to be fixed. Because if you're like me, the last thing you would want is to be driving to Oakland and get some tacos, only to find yourself on the side of the road trying to fix your flat.